All right, everybody, how's it going? This is going to be my third review for the AEW Series 3 Unrivaled collection. And we got Darby Allen, who is a really interesting dude in real life and a really interesting figure here. I kind of got him because I saw him, Orange Cassidy, and Riho today, and I was like, oh, yeah, I gotta get him. I don't know. There's obviously something about Darby Allen that's attractive to a lot of people because he's just such a interesting dude. And obviously, as a wrestler, and obviously even more as a figure, he's a good looking figure to have. His look and everything is always unique. So, yeah, it's just this is a cool figure with the jacket and the skateboard. However, that's it when it comes to accessories. Yeah, that is it. So, getting into the review, I'm going to talk about something real quick in the review that maybe I'll bring up, and if I do, it's going to be the first thing I talk about, and getting him out of the package. Now, we got to talk about getting this figure out of the package. So, let me grab it real quick. So, yeah, it does the same thing where it's like encased in the plastic, and you have to push them out. And so far, I've had an easy time getting out Orange, and I've had an easy time getting out Riho. However, this figure, real quick, I'm just going to move this to the side. We'll get to the figure in a second. You need to know about this as a heads up, right? This is what it took for me to get this figure out of this damn thing. Be gentle. Be gentle when you get him out of this. I had to, like, as you could see, I had to like push that in, and then I very slowly tried to pull out his legs. Then I got his right arm out, and then I just kind of pulled him out, rest, and then just, they really put him in there. And as you could see, like right there in the left arm, like that is like it's like a pocket. But that's it. Just be careful when you get him out of the package. I feel like that was important to say because I was like, whoa, he is seriously trapped in there. And I did not want to break him, especially before the review. So, oh, now I can get him to stand easy. Good. So, yeah, Darby Allen. I like how you get autographs. So when I do these reviews, I just want to take them out of the package, get the accessories out of the package, and then talk to you guys, and then kind of like I will explore the figure for the first time with you guys. So I have not taken off this jacket, but my biggest question, yes, you can. Yes. So for every AEW figure I bought that came with a jacket, you could take it off. This is simple. Just bring his arms back, kind of push forward, or... All right, so I got his left arm out. Is there a purpose to that? Like, yeah, I'm new to figure reviews, so I'm not the biggest figure expert ever. I just really appreciate it, and I want to get more into it, and I love talking about it. And I feel like there's a unique community with collectors where we could probably be looked at like, what the hell's wrong with this? Grow up or whatever, but it's just something about collecting figures, especially good ones nowadays, and having really good looking figures that are things that, mean something to us that we're passionate about. There's a joyous feeling in that. So that's why I'm doing this, right? But since I'm new to this, if there's any people who are in the know, why do they put like little plastic things, little sleeves on? What was the purpose of that? Was it a paint thing? Like, did they don't want the paint or something to scrape on? Or I remember the first figures that did that I had were the Mortal Kombat X figures, and they would have and that fucking Scorpion one. My God, that Scorpion one. In order to keep his mask on, you would need the plastic on him. That was a really bad choice there. So yes, you can get off the jacket, get him in his wrestling attire. The chain on his neck is movable. All right, so let's see. Head can go back. So yeah, I guess the way they make their figures, right? Yeah, it's the same thing as the Orange Cassidy one. Riho's probably the same. It's just her plastic hair They need to make hair like, I don't know, with rubber. Well, like Orange Cassidy's pants are fight back. So I don't know if they were to make the hair softer in some way so they can do that. Because I'm sure there are going to be people out there who are going to like, you know, pose their figures to be catching someone jumping off the top rope or something, right? So you can do that. Let's see. The face here looks great. Obviously, it's cool that he does the half skull paint. So obviously, we all knew Darby Allen was going to be a good figure. And this is, you know, first series of Darby Allen. So obviously, when more Darby Allen figures come out, he's going to have the tattoo. And yeah, it's always a struggle, huh? When you make figures and you make video games and then the wrestlers get tattoos. And it's like, well, crap, he's already outdated. But I don't know, I think for history's sake, it's cool to have the original figures, right? Because who knows what they're going to be worth later on. It's cool to have like original figures and, you know, as time forgets and stuff like that. So it's cool. He's going to look cooler with his tattoo whenever those figures come out. So good arm. Well, that goes really far back, actually. Good arm motion. Wow, look at that. It goes like the forearm to bicep there really goes in. Huh. So you get a good, hold on. Get a good elbow drop. That's actually really cool. You can really get a good elbow drop. Or I guess with Darby, actually. Hold up a minute. We gotta, holy shit. All right. You know what I have a problem with? Just, all right, figure collector rant. Just give me 30 seconds at most. I will try to make this short. Figure collector rant. You know what's cool when figures do this pose, right? I'm trying to get in quick. Like this. It's so hard to get figures in that pose. And like I have the Fig Arts Piccolo, and Piccolo and Vegeta do that pose a lot in Dragon Ball, right? But in order for the Piccolo figure to do that, you have to take off his arms and then, or it comes in the package, but he has certain arms that do that. You can't just have figures do that pose. I want figures to do that pose, the folding arms pose. But with Darby here, you can get him in the coffin drop pose. That's cool. You can actually get him in the coffin drop pose. I'm actually impressed with that. You don't see that much flexibility like that in figures. And for Darby, who, you know, is known for kind of like that. And see the ankles. You can really get him in the coffin drop pose. That's cool. I gotta say, as someone who hasn't really collected wrestling figures for a long time, I really appreciate the flexibility that wrestling figures have these days compared to back in the day where they did not have that much articulation. Holy crap. As cool as they were. And actually, I think that's why I like the WCW figures better. Sure, the WWF figures were beefier. The WCW figures like Goldberg, yeah, they had way more articulation and flexibility. But here's Darby. And one thing I'm noticing off the bat, right, are the hands. That joint right there. Hold up a minute. Like, does Darby have a gap in his tape? And like that in real life? Is there a gap like that? I haven't really seen AEW in a while, and I haven't seen like pictures of Darby in a while, but why? That's kind of if Darby doesn't have that gap where it's his skin, that's dumb. That's just paint that white so it looks like his tape. That I don't like that. That's so far that and the lack of like hands are my two complaints of this figure. All right, so leg flexibility. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. Darby, so far out of the 3 AEW figures I've reviewed, has the best like super kick position. So real quick, like his leg itself cannot go up that high. But look at that. Look at that. Get him to do a split. Actually, yeah, here we go. You can get him to do a split. Something you can't do in real life, but it's because, yeah, his other leg can go all the way back. So there you go. That you could see it. And then you can see the ball joints there. So that's just every AEW figure. Okay. And I guess with orange, because it's rubber right along the crotch area, you can't really see that. But so keep that in mind. If you don't want to see the exposed ball joints, would it be too much to ask to add a little bit of covering? Like just a little bit more so they're not entirely exposed like that? Well, maybe if they pop out, it would just be that much more difficult to do. This way you can actually like pop them back in. I guess it's not a bother. I mean, just stop looking up people's skirts and stuff like that. But so the design on his shorts is weird. What is that? It's like not camo. That's an interesting paint job. All right. And then the black underpants, fine. It's fine. And then the shoes, simple boots with yellow line. Got his Relentless tattoo. I gotta say, cool detail on that, but it makes sense. Got his, just get into focus, drug-free tattoo. And what does that say again? Nothing's over till you're underground tattoo. And the paint. Oh, that's okay. I was like, wait a minute. Is that like when he was in the position of getting his sleeve done? No, it's actually like paint. Just kind of like going down. I wonder if they'll make like a variant of Darby when like most of his paint is gone. All right, so see how easy it is to put the jacket on, because that's something that, all right, cool. You give my character a jacket, right? How easy is it to get it back on? Go through this little journey to get, okay. Oh, wow, his arm just went right in it. Cool. All right, cool. Jacket is, happy to report, very easy to take off and get back on. I personally think he looks a lot cooler. Trying to get him to just stand up on his own for a sec. Got to position the feet. He looks a lot cooler with his jacket. I think he looks a lot. Ooh, that's a cool pose. And that's probably what I'm going to keep him in on my shelf. All right. So the last thing to talk about, his skateboard. It's kind of hoping for like a tech deck, right? But I just, true to scale. As I say tech deck, now that makes me, I don't know. You can't do tricks. The top, the grip tape, it is just smooth plastic. They did kind of like make it look like it's chipped. It's like, yeah, he does use it as a weapon sometimes, so it makes sense. And as you can see there, like a good portion of the board is messed up. See, has some like damage done to it, which is cool. That's good. Darby Allen on the board. It's actually cool. I like the skateboard. It makes sense. Of course he would have a skateboard. Just don't expect to, relive your... Oh, actually, trying to land it, it's a different story. Just do a manual. You could do that. So you know what? You get a wrestling figure and you get a tech deck. Man, I haven't played with one of these in a while. So that's pretty cool, actually. And I messed up my pose. Damn it. Want my pose back. All right. So I guess that's it, because he doesn't really have any other kind of accessory and no hands or anything. So that's what you get. Ooh, can he grip the board or just hold it like that? That's cool. Okay. I'm going to leave it at that. A little tricky to pose, but it works. Oh, the way I'm looking at his feet, he's probably going to fall if I leave him like that. It's one of those poses where it's like, looks good. He's probably going to stay for a while. And then just one day, I'm going to hear a slam on the ground. Like, collector struggles. So, on to the score. This is you know what? I think this is another 8. There it is. I know it. I know it. I know it. I know it. There it is. Yeah, got to figure out the posing, but should be easy enough. Yeah, I'm gonna give him an 8. I think obviously the things that bring him down are the lack of hands. But other than that, like, the dude has a good look. Real life and figure. It makes sense to have a Darby Allen figure. He's gonna be, probably one of the bigger future promising acts of AEW. And it just makes sense to have a Darby Allen figure if you're an AEW fan, right? And who knows what he's going to do in the future. And hopefully he's not going to be one of those crappy wrestlers who does horrible things in real life. And, but yeah, there's a lot of crappy stuff in the wrestling industry. So don't be one of those dudes. Hopefully not. And you get a tech deck. So yeah, definitely. I think, yeah, he's without a doubt an 8 out of 10 for sure. Him and Orange, I gave 8s, and the faults are for different reasons. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I think, the faults are so little. The figures themselves are great. 8s. 8s. Solid 8s. All right. Figure review wise, I think I'm done for AEW for a little while. I do have the Young Bucks, and I do have the new Kenny Omega that I got from Ringside Collectibles. Let me know if you want me to review those. Those are, out of the package. And they've been just sitting posed on my shelf. So I can talk about those. But my next figure review is most likely going to be unpainted, unbloodied Mataro, just regular Mataro. I'm one of the many people who got the notification from Big Bad Toy Store today that I'm getting it, and absolutely want to talk about that. And whenever the hell Storm Collectibles decides to realize that they, we're going to make Jin Kazama, I'll talk about that too. So that's probably the next figure reviews I got coming up. So don't know when those are going to happen, whenever I get them, but stay tuned, and thank you very much for watching. Have a good night.